Hey guys, how are you? For those who are here for the first time, my name is Nikita Raptani and I'm a part of Team Travel Gyan. At Travel Gyan, we are in the business of creating travel content for our truly engaging e-learning courses. We also deliver and facilitate webinar trainings for our various tourism clients. Apart from that, we are in the business of events and digital marketing. Hence, anything digital is our forte at Travel Gyan. I'm happy to have you all here. I have with me my colleague Dipti, who heads our marketing department, and very shortly, Dipti will do the honors of training you on email marketing. But before we get started, let's begin by asking you a question. On a weekday, what is one of the first things that you do when you wake up? For me, I check my emails, and I'm sure it is the same for most of you. We send quotes by emails, we send itineraries on a daily basis, and there is so much action happening over emails. And hence, email marketing is considered to be one of the most important tools in the marketing ecosystem. In today's training, we have covered maximum information to get you started. Of course, do keep in mind that there are many more advanced tools that we do use as first steps, but what we will do here is to get you started with the basics, and if the demand arises, we will take you to the next level. I personally consider email marketing very similar to speed dating. So let me tell you what speed dating is. For those who don't know what speed dating is, let me read out a Wikipedia meaning of what speed dating is. Give me hold on a second. Let me share it with you. So, speed dating is a formalized matchmaking process which has the purpose of encouraging eligible singles to meet large numbers of new potential partners in a very short period of time. So, that means that the matchmaking process for eligible singles. So, we as travel professionals here are eligible singles and we meet a large number of potential partners. And in this case, potential partners would mean that these are the travel, our clients, our prospects, etc., etc. So when I say email marketing is like speed dating, you have very little time to capture your client's attention. In speed dating, you have to stay interesting and stay attentive. The minute you lose focus or talk too much, you will never see them again. So that is the same for email marketing. And while it is truly believed that a successful email marketing campaign is purely based on the quality of content, we at Travel Gyan will challenge the ordinary and take you a step further to show you innovative ways to get the most out of every email campaign that goes out of your inbox. So let me quickly call upon Dipti to take you through the training from here on. Over to you, Dipti.
Thank you, Nikita. That was wonderful. Thank you for sharing such an interesting analogy between speed dating and email marketing. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deepthi, and I'm part of Team Travel Gyan, and I take care of the marketing. So today you will learn the basics of creating email marketing campaign, and let me just quickly show you what will you take away from this webinar. All right. So today you learn how to create a compelling email using an email marketing platform. Then we will teach you how to create some interesting subject lines and how to increase your email list or your leads. And finally, we will teach you how to analyze your email marketing through the reports. So now before we get started, there are few things which you need to do first. So the first step is to choose an email marketing service provider. Now there are various email marketing providers like MailChimp, Benchmark, Sendinblue, Constant Contact, and so on. The one which we recommend is Benchmark Email, as it is free to use up to 2,000 subscribers and it is cheaper compared to other email providers. Plus, we've tried and tested for many years. The best part of Benchmark is it has a local support team in India, and that makes life simple. So, if we need some help, we get a quick reply from them. And you know, all the service providers more or less have same features, so you need not worry if you are using some other platform. So now let's get started. I'll share a link with you which will appear in your Q&A box. Just click on the link and open it in a separate window. Okay.
And while you're opening the link, I would like to add here that, do not send the list to a huge database from your inbox. If you do that mistake, then whichever account you're using, or if you are especially using a domain name, the email is from your own domain name, then that domain name will get blacklisted and all your emails will land in junk, and it defeats the purpose of sending emails. So that is the very reason that not only us but many of the companies use a platform, and a reliable platform, so that your domain name is not blacklisted. Yes, so please do keep that in mind, that do not use your domain name through do not send emails through your inbox. Go ahead, Dipti.
Yeah. So, all right, audience, I assume everyone has opened the link. You can sign it at a later time. So let's come back to the webinar now. So now what you see on your screen is the landing page of Benchmark. So if you are using this for the first time, the first step is to create an account, which is free. So let me just show you how to create an account. Once you click on create an account, you will land on this page. So the first one is, first tell us what kind of email marketer you are. So there are three options. If you are new to email marketing, you can select that. If you have some experience with email marketing, you can select the second one. And if you are a pro at email marketer, then you can use the third option. Then you put your name, your last name, your contact number, your organization number, your email address. Then you can put your list size. If you have a list less than 2000, you can put it here. And if you have more than that, you can select accordingly. Then put your login and your password. And once you click create free plan, it will send you a verification list in your inbox. So just click on that verification link and then you can get started. So let me just quickly sign in. I've put in my details here. Now, once you sign in, you will land on this dashboard. So here you can see on the left hand side, there is emails, contact, automation, reporting, landing page, and help. Now let me, so the second step after creating an account is you need to upload your contacts. So you need to gather contacts for your email list and add it in your benchmark account. So let me quickly show you how to upload your contact here. Let's go to contacts. Now on top, there is create new list. So let's create a new list. Okay, so now there are various options of uploading your contacts. You can either import a file. So you must be having an Excel sheet in your system. So you can upload it directly. Or if you want, you can just copy paste your email IDs here. Then you can, if you have some more, like if you have already added your email list and if you have some more contacts to be added, so you can always do a manual adding here. Then there is an option of adding imports from your other tools like Google Contacts, Zoho, and so on. So I'll show sorry, I'll show you how to import contacts from your file. Now you can give your list any name, whatever you want. So write email marketing contacts and move further. Okay. So now you can choose, you can upload your file here, browse, and add contacts and move to next. Okay, so you can see I have in my list, I have the name and the email address. Then I'll do save and finish. And it's done. So the import will take a few seconds. So let's move back to contacts. Now here you can see email marketing contacts. The import is in progress. So it will take few seconds and it will get uploaded. Now let's create a campaign, an email campaign. So go to emails and click on email. Okay, so on the top right hand side there is create new email. Select regular email, do next. Okay, so now there are three options. So there is a drag and drop editor, there is a code editor, and there is a plain text editor. So I prefer drag and drop editor. Again, give your emailer a name. So this is for your internal purpose. You can give any name. And create. So this is where you will land. You can change the name over here if you want. Okay. Yeah. So the first one is select contacts. The first step here is to select your contacts. So you can select your contacts from here. Now see, we had added email marketing contacts and the list is already being uploaded. So I can select that and I'll do save. Then you have to select your sender. So you can put from name, you can put your company's name. From email address is auto-populating dp@travelgyaan.in because I have logged in from that account. But in case if you want the replies to come to some other email ID, so what you have to do is, there is a button over here. So when you click here, you can add a new email ID. So here it gives you an option of adding a new email ID. You can add your email ID over here on which you want the replies to come and just do a send verification email. So once you do this, again you will get a verification link in your inbox and just verify that and you'll be able to use that. Let's do save. Now the most important part of creating an email is the subject line. So the subject line should be very catchy and attractive. In fact, your subject line serves as a first and sometimes last impression. So I would say they are actually more important than the body copy of your email. And after all, greatest email in the world is worthless if it never gets opened, right? So make sure your subject line is short, descriptive, and it gives the reader a reason to explore your message further. So
yeah, that's absolutely right and to the point, Dipti. Like you said, subject line has to be really compelling. So typically, when an email hits the inbox, it actually takes a split second for your clients to decide whether this email is worth opening or not. And do you know what is the deciding factor? It's the subject line. So the subject line, we always emphasize that it has to be very compelling, because on a daily basis at least 20 to 25 promotional emails land in my inbox and in everyone's inbox for that matter. So I typically don't have the time to open all emails. There is so much content on social media, so you have to come up with something so interesting that people will open your email, because whether they open your email or not, you will agree that almost every time you read the subject line. So if there are thousands of email in your inbox, whether you open that email or not, you are reading the subject line, and that decides whether you want to open or you want to ignore. So your subject line, when you send it to your client, has to solve problems. It has to have clear benefits, and at the same time, like Dipti said, it has to be short and it has to be to the point. So one subject line which actually caught my attention today, this morning I got an email saying, "Hey Nikita, can I share some recipes which can be cooked within 15 minutes?" So that was something I realized, that I left all my emails and opened that one, because when they said, "Can I share some recipes?" it was a benefit for me. And when they said, "Can it be cooked under 15 minutes?" It was solving my problem, because at this point in time, when we are all in lockdown, we are all trying our best to manage our work as well as our kitchen duties. So this was something that really helped me open that email. And this is what you have to do: create a very compelling email subject line. Over to you, Dipti.
Yeah. So, guys, when Nikita was talking about the fact that she got an email saying, "Hey, Nikita," so do you know how did she get that? So, let me show you how you can also create a personalized email. So, in the subject line, let's write, "Hey," and how do you put a first name? So, what you have to do is put a star mark, that is an asterisk mark, and there is a key before your enter key or besides your inverted double inverted comma. Just do shift and that key, put F name and close it with the same icons. Okay, and let's put a comma. So now once you put this, so whoever will get an email, say for example Nikita is getting an email, so she'll receive as, "Hey Nikita," and then the subject line. So put the subject line after this.
I would quickly like to add here that when you're putting this F name, you also have to ensure that this tag, because this tag has to have your email list has to have the first name
Yeah,
along with the email ID. If that is missing, then this tag will appear the way it is. It will not catch the name. So when you're
yes,
building the list, what Dipti showed you, that is where you have to put in your email list first name and your email ID.
yeah. Okay, so let's save the subject line. Okay, so moving on to designing an email. So once you click on design email, you will land on this page. So there are different templates available. You can choose as per your requirement. I prefer simple layout. So I'll show you how to design an email in a simple layout. Okay, so this is how the simple layout looks like. On the left hand side, what you can see is there are different kinds of blocks. So there is image, there is text, there is video, there is social button, there is navigation bar, and so on. So let me just quickly show you how to design a perfect email. Now heading, if you want to put some heading, you can put it here. So let's of email marketing. Okay, and on the left hand side, you can format your content if you want. If you want to put some background color, you can put it from here. If you want to if you want to increase the size of your content, you can do it from here. Once you're done, just click on save and close. Okay, one more thing is, on the top you can see there are different options, like you can change the font, you can uh, change the alignment. So I'll change the alignment to center and save. Okay, now the second step is, after putting your heading, you should put your I prefer putting an image. So let's just drag this image from left hand side to the body copy here. Here, the third part should be content. So let's put some content here. Delete the existing content and put your content. Again, you can if you want to do it center align, you can do that. If you want to justify it, you can do that. You can change the font from here and also increase the size. Done. Just do save and close. Now after content, I would like to put a registration button, because since we keep promoting our webinars, I would like to put a button here. So here, if you scroll a little down, there is a button. Just drag and drop it here, and you can change the content of the button. Register here, and put a URL to your button so that whenever a person clicks, it will take them to the landing page, directly to the page where you want them to come. So I'll put my company's website. Again, you can change the color of your button. You can make it center. Then you want to reduce the size of the button, you can do it from here. Then if you make it a little more round, and save and close. After adding a registration button, I would prefer putting my social media details. So I'll just drag the social follow thing here, and so now Facebook. So let's add a link to your Facebook. You can add your link over here on the right hand side and do save. Then Twitter. I'm adding my Twitter address here. Apart from Facebook, Twitter, if you want to add some other buttons here, some other services, you can do it here. Just go to content, and under add service, you can find there are various other options. So let me select YouTube, and once you select your service, just click on this plus mark and it will get added here. And click on the icon, and then you can put your link over there. So here we go. Okay. So this is how it will look. One more thing again, if you want to increase the size of the buttons, you can do it here. If suppose you select large, this will become large. I think smaller is better. You can select the alignment. A center alignment is fine. If you want to add some more services, like if you want to add your website, do that. Save it. Okay. One more thing I wanted to show you guys is you can even add a video in it. So how do you do that? So let me show you. On the left hand side, here there is a video block. So just drag it before, say, register button, and then so you can put a link to your video if you have uploaded your video on your website, or on a YouTube, on your YouTube. So you can just click on link to video, and then you have to insert this video here. So just put your YouTube, whatever link you have, your video URL, and then once you do insert, so it will appear like this. So I have already inserted my video link. So this is how this will look. And then you have to do save. So apart from these things, if you want to add some more blocks to it, you can do that. Now let's move to the last and the most important part is always remember to add an unsubscribe button at the bottom of your email. So if there are subscribers who don't wish to receive emails, so I feel we should respect their wish and let them unsubscribe, and then later you can delete them from your list. So this is how it looks.
That's such an important part that you came up with, Dipti. And there are an audience. There are so many creative ways to customize your emails, and Dipti has shown you a lot of ways, and you can identify different ways to increase your visibility. So, although Dipti has shown you so many things, we would like you to practice and come up with your own creative emails with the help of amazing templates that Benchmark Email offers. So you could probably that is the reason why in the beginning Dipti asked you to click on the link and open it in a new window, because we wanted you to save that page, so that once this webinar is over, you can go there and you can play with it and try and come up with your own interesting emails. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. One last thing. Here you can see your address will appear here. So you can put your address here. You can put your company's address. So I will just short one. That's it. Okay. And save it. Now, the most important thing here, before you move ahead and send emails to your subscriber list, make sure you preview your email first and you test it. So you send a test mail to yourself, you check if the links are working proper, if the alignment is proper, and only then send it to your subscribers. So here there is a preview button. Let's click on preview button. Okay. So this is a desktop preview. On the top, you can see my email ID. Since this is a preview, the name won't appear here. And you can see we've put the heading, we've put the image, then the content, the video, the link, the social media and everything. So this looks perfect. Let's see how it looks in a mobile. So if someone is opening your email in a mobile, so how does it look? Perfect. This looks perfect, right? Okay. One last thing we have to do is, okay. On the top, you can see global styles. Okay. Just click on global style. Go down at the bottom, there is email border. So you can select a border if you want. So let's see how it looks. So if I do full width, it will appear in a full width. So let's select plain background. Okay. And if you want to give your border a color, you can do that. Like I have given black. So this is how it looks. Save it. If you want to preview it again, you can do that. Okay. Now the next step after preview is test. So you need to send a test email to yourself or to your colleague, whoever you want to. Just put in your email address here. And do send. So your colleague, or you can check the email if it is proper, and if it is working proper, you can move ahead. So let's do save and next. Once you do save and next, you will land on the same page where you started. So if you want to cross-check the details again, so you can do that. If you want to change your contact list, or if you want to change your subject line, you can do that. In fact, if you want to change your, if you want to do some editing in your design, so you can again do it from from here. Then there is an option of sending an email immediately or schedule. There is an option of sending it immediately or schedule. So if you want to send your email later, so you just click on schedule, put the date over here, put the timing, select your zone and schedule it. So you don't need to come back again and send the email. The email will automatically go. Or if you want to send it immediately, you can do that. Okay. So this is how we create an email. And so audience, now you know how to create an amazing email. But who will you send this email to? So do you have like enough email IDs with you, or do you have like less email IDs, or if you want to build your email list? It is one of the worst thing to buy email IDs, I feel. You know, you have to build your own leads based on what kind of travel company are you. So if you are a travel company who sells luxury products, then you have to build your leads like that. Then you can have like minimum quantity of leads, but the lead should be quality. Then if you are a B2B travel professional and you sell to anyone and everyone, and if your margins are less, so you should have more number of leads. So anybody and everybody is your client. So how will we create leads? So let us give you three quick ideas to generate leads and increase your database. And I feel this is the right time to increase your contacts as people are free and they are ready to share their contacts. So let's start. So there is a option of survey. So when you click on contacts, go to survey and click on the right hand side. There is create new survey. Just click on create new survey. Select a blank survey. Do next. So the survey form can be shared, via your emails, via WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, etc., through which you can create a subscriber base. So let's put a question here and let's create a survey form for you. All right. So uh, we like to visit after lockdown. Okay. Let's do require so that this question is mandatory and your subscribers can answer. Uh, since this is an open-ended question, let's select descriptive test and let's do save and add another. So if you want to add other questions, you can do that. The next question would be, why did you choose to visit? Why did you choose to visit this destination? Again, let's keep it descriptive. Save and another. And the last question would be, like some itineraries from these, share your email. And then you can select one line maybe because email ID is just one line, so you can do that. Now we are done. So let's save and close. Let's do save and next. Okay. So you can give your survey a name, say your feedback is appreciated, or anything, whatever name you want to give. Then the survey title you can put client feedback survey. Then if you want to put some introduction message like please take this survey and so on, so you can edit it here. If you want to put your logo, your company logo, you can do that. You can select it from your gallery, do upload, and select your logo. Okay, let's do save next. Okay, so this is how your survey form will look like. The client feedback survey, your questions, and so on. If you want to make any changes here again, that is possible. If you want to change your font or your text color, if you want to do some changes to your body copy, you can do that. Once you're done, just do save and finish. Okay, so now your survey has been saved and it is stored, but it is inactive. So would you like to activate it? So let's activate our survey form. Okay. So once you activate your survey, this URL will generate. And like I told you, you can share your survey not only through an email, but also through your WhatsApp, your SMS, or your Facebook, your Twitter, any of your social media. So what you have to do is just select this URL. Now, since this URL is too big, so what you can do is I'll show you how to shorten your email, your URL. Go to bit.ly.com and just paste the URL which you had copied and click on shorten. So see, this is how your email, your URL will look like. So then now you can copy and you can share it with whoever you want to. You can put it in your WhatsApp or any of your social media. Okay. If you want to view if you want to view your survey form again, you can do it again. If not, then you can just close it. Okay. So this was about survey. So this was the first idea for generating a lead. Now, maybe you don't have a lot of email IDs floating around, but what you will be surprised to know is that you can extract your contacts from your Google account and your LinkedIn account. So let me quickly show you how to extract your contacts from your Google account. So you have to go to contacts.google.com. I'll share the link in your Q&A box. Okay. So once you go to contacts.google.com, so this is how your contacts will appear. And on the left hand side, there is the option of export. Just click on export and you can see you have 264 contacts. So you can select whichever format you want. If you want it as a vCard or an Outlook CSV or a Google CSV, you can do that and click on export. Once you click on export, you can see on the bottom left hand side the list has already been downloaded. And then you can use it. You can go back to your benchmark or your email marketing platform and you can upload the contacts there. The third, uh, the third one is the LinkedIn account. So how do you generate leads from your LinkedIn account? So go to your LinkedIn account and on your home page, okay, yeah. So on your home page, there is an option of My Network. You can see, just click on My Network. Once you click on My Network, on the left hand side, you can see Manage My Network. Under that, you can see Contacts. Click on Contacts. Once you click on Contacts, on the right hand side, there is an option of Export Contacts. Let's click on Export Contacts. Once you click on Export Contacts, this is what you will see on your screen. Okay. So how LinkedIn uses your data, under that, getting a copy of your data. So you have to go to this option, getting a copy of your data. Click here and you can click download larger data archive. Once you do that, and once you click on request archive, so your download will be ready in 24 hours. So in the next 24 hours or before that, you will get your data in your downloaded. So you can again use this data and you can upload it in your benchmark or your email marketing account.
Wow.
All right.
This is such a fantastic tool, Dipti. What you shared with the audience about different ways, sending it through survey forms, and then that way you can get more leads for your business. Also,
Yeah.
people will be surprised to know how many people we generally talk to on a daily basis, but we don't save their email IDs. So these tips of extracting data from Google as well as from your LinkedIn, these are some of the ways that we've shown you. There are, of course, many more ways where you can extract data, but of course, we had the option of showing you three most important and relevant ones. Dipti, thanks for highlighting that aspect of it. It is very important that data building is the most important thing, and it is a very important asset as it is a key to growing business. So audience, I hope you take this part seriously and try and get as much data and to send it to your clients on a regular basis. to do a bit of market research about your product, or to re-engage your clients, or to engage your new clients. There are many ways to do that.
Yeah.
Go
Okay, so now moving on to the last part is reporting. So, after doing all this, the most important thing which people dismiss is reporting and analytics. And audience, I feel you have to understand that if you're doing something, if you're sending emails and if you're taking so much of effort, then there has to be a reason to it. And you have to analyze your data. So let me show you how to analyze your data. Once you click on reports, go to email reports, and you will see how you will see who all have opened your emails, how many clicks did you get, how many bounces, and if anyone has unsubscribed. So you can, when you click on open, so if you click on clicked, so you a list of email IDs or names will be downloaded, and then you can see accordingly, okay, this person has opened my email, or this one has a clicked, or if there are email IDs which has bounced back, so you can always go and rectify it, or if you can't rectify that email ID, then you can delete it from your from your database. Then there is unsubscribe also. So if someone is unsubscribing, so if unsubscribing happens and if it increases, so you have to ask yourself, are we sending too many emails, or is the content not relevant to them? So you can always check this on yourself, and then maybe you can if, maybe you can make changes to your content, and maybe you can stop sending too many emails. Like, you should not send emails every now and then, like every day. You don't need to send emails. You can send emails like in a week, or if you have any events happening, so you can send it like twice, thrice in a week. That is, I feel, more than enough. So this way you can keep a track about yourself and your product. So here you can see the performance, then the top links clicked. So if you like how we had put a video URL in our emailer, then we had put some social media, we had put a registration button. So based on the links, you will come to know, okay, so on this link, 15 people have clicked. Then the second link, 8 of them have linked, and third, 4 of them have linked. So this way you'll come to know, and then you'll come to know who are the subscribers who opened your email for the most. So on the left hand side, you can see the emails and then their performance. So this is all about email marketing campaign and the platform. Audience, I hope this is clear with you, and I would be happy to answer if you have any questions. And thank you very much, and over to you, Nikita.
Thank you, Dipti. Thank you so much. Guys, I hope this webinar was useful to you. Email marketing has become such an aggressive marketing tool over the past decade. And as a travel professional, we always should believe and should always continue our engagement through email marketing. And Dipti, you put in a very valid point when you said that you should not keep badgering the clients with a lot of emails. So now that you guys have learned how to send emails in an effective way, please don't use this technique and keep sending emails. Like I always tell in my team, that email blast is like junk food. It is satisfying in the moment, but junk food is bad for you in the long run. So when you ask yourself how much is too much, please do not overdo it. And with your newfound learning, at least, don't start sending emails aggressively to all of them. That may seem like junking, and people may start unsubscribing, and that is something that you don't want. So guys, that is our final tip, and thank you so much for joining in. Hope this session was helpful. Our next session is tomorrow, 19th April, and we will teach you how to increase your visibility on Instagram. So we will see you online tomorrow. This is Nikita Raptani signing off. Thank you.